All right, man. So salute everybody for tapping on into the show. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in here. I appreciate everybody that's going to join in and make sure that you guys subscribe to the podcast show. At the end of this month, we will be giving out a 40-inch screen, flat screen TV to one of our podcast subscribers. So if you haven't, make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers on the podcast. The link is pinned in the top of the chat room and the top of the comment section. If you guys want to, always $1 to get in each month. Entry level, $1. That's it. So y'all make sure y'all do that. And every month we'll be giving away a prize at the end of each month to all of the paid subscribers over there. So make sure y'all go and do that. You understand what I'm saying? And we'll notify you through our direct chat every month on the podcast. We'll talk about the winner on here each month, and we'll move forward like that. But let's get right into this. Got to talk about what's going on with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is getting a lot of heat going his way right now. President of the United States of America. He have people that are looking hard at his numbers. And when I say his numbers, I mean his personal numbers. And what am I talking about? Donald Trump, for you guys who don't know, and y'all smash the like button, share the video, like the video, it is being reported that Donald Trump has generated the most outside revenue while in office in the history of presidents of the United States of America. Let me repeat this again. It is being reported that no other president in the United States history has generated outside revenue while in office on the scale of President Donald J. Trump. According to presidential historians and mandatory financial disclosure reports, the magnitude of Donald Trump's earnings in his time in the White House is completely unprecedented. And this is in the BBC publication. Federal filings released by the U.S. Office of Government Ethics reveal unmatched revenue streams during his tenures. In 2025, crypto and branding windfall. In his first year back in office, Donald Trump reported a staggering $2.2 billion in personal income. This was heavily driven by over $1.4 billion from family cryptocurrency ventures like World Liberty Financial and $Trump meme coins, alongside branded merchandise and real estate. During Donald Trump's initial 4 years in office, from 2017 to 2021, Donald Trump reported at least $1.6 billion in outside revenue and income, primarily driven by his golf courses, hotels, and the Trump Organization. Historically, United States presidents have actively separated themselves from corporate entanglements to avoid financial conflicts of interest, often placing assets in the blind trust. George W. Bush, he placed his investments into a blind trust and stated upon leaving office that he did not know how the 2008 financial crisis had impacted his net worth. Jimmy Carter placed his family peanut farm into a blind trust to avoid any appearance of profiting from the presidency. Harry S. Truman left office with no income outside of a modest Army pension, explicitly stating that it was wrong to commercialize the dignity of the presidency, while modern predecessors like Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, they earned millions while in office. Their outside revenue and income was strictly limited to traditional book publishing royalties and standard investment portfolios rather than active multi-billion-dollar global business conglomerates. Legal scholars, ethics experts, and historians have now stated that Donald Trump's multi-billion-dollar income streams shatter historical norms and create unprecedented conflicts of interest. A primary question centers on his $1.4 billion cryptocurrency earnings. Critics note that these profits directly coincide with his administration's active moves to scale back federal regulations on the crypto industry. This raises concerns that his public policy making is directly enriching his personal family ventures. Trump's real estate empire continues to secure lucrative licensing and development deals in foreign nations like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, because these governments are simultaneously negotiating critical U.S. foreign policy, tariffs, and military aid. Constitutional experts argue these revenue streams violate the constitutional emoluments clauses, which explicitly ban the president from accepting financial gifts or benefits from foreign powers. Ethics groups like Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington argue that wealthy donors, special interest groups, and billionaire investors can effectively purchase access or political influence by pouring money directly into the president's private businesses. Law professors and ethics watchdogs have labeled the blurring lines between the presidency and private branding as a form of official exploitation. They point to the aggressive commercialization of the office via branded merchandise, digital assets, and high-dollar licensing agreements. Donald Trump and his legal teams have consistently dismissed those claims. Their central arguments have been, nobody cares. Trump has publicly brushed off conflicts of interest, arguing that the public is fully aware of his status as a businessman and that voters do not mind his continued business operations. His legal defense has noted that the president is technically exempt from certain federal conflict of interest statutes that apply to lower-ranking executive branch employees. In past terms, the U.S. Supreme Court dismissed major emoluments lawsuits against Trump on technicalities, ruling them moot once his first term ended, leaving the exact definition of and enforcement of the emoluments clause legally unresolved. And I want to say something about this. This is what I want to say. This article, you guys can go look at this up in the BBC, is what they're talking about this. I want to talk about this. Just a second. And then we got to get to something else. This is the reason why I have never voted for anybody, and I will never vote for any of these people. They need to eliminate and eradicate the two-party system. That's truly what I believe. I believe that a president of the United States of America should only be able to earn his salary as the president of the United States of America. I believe that any president, not Donald J. Trump by himself, any president, while they are serving as president, should not be able to earn from any type of revenue, blind trust, or anything while he's the president of the United States of America. I don't give a damn if it's Trump. I don't give a damn if it's Obama. I don't give a damn if it's Clinton, Biden, whoever the hell it may be, Bush, whoever it may be. And the reason why I say is this, because once you open Pandora's box, you never know who's putting money behind who. And this causes major issues because people can get in people's pockets. This is the reason why you hear about allegations of, oh man, I'm just gonna go put some down for what they call a pardon. Presidential pardons weren't supposed to be abused. But you notice one thing? Notice how all these rappers, notice how all these politicians, notice how all these celebrities and people have now entrenched themselves. They don't really give a damn about the politics. They don't know a damn thing about, think about this. Cardi B took her ass up there on stage. She don't know a damn thing about politics. You think she knows something about politics? Tell her, let's have a debate on foreign policy. You know what she gonna say? You know what I'm saying? 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 They had Megan Thee Stallion twerking on stage for Kamala Harris. This is the type of degeneracy that they have. These people aren't in it for the right reason. I'm just saying, I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. They can't have no foreign policy debate, right? They can't have a debate on finances, right? And all of the other things that go on a day-to-day basis in the Oval Office, the White House, Pentagon, this, that, and the third. But they use these people as figureheads. Why? Why? To gain capital with the people that follow them. The people that are dumbed down to follow them, they think they're so dumb that whoever these people follow, they're going to follow. Right? So you get these big money interests. You get people who pour money into this, pour money into that may support it. And guess what? Now, what are you? Isn't that called being controlled? Right? So that's why I believe that the president of the United States should forfeit all of the other shit, not just Trump, all of them, and only accept the salary as the president of the United States of America. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling y'all this. Once you start giving presidents airplanes, jets, all this other stuff, now we get into a whole different level. Now we get into a whole different level. Right? Like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, and I stand on this, right? I believe that the presidents should not be able to earn any type of money, blind trust, nothing like that, while they're president of the United States of America. I don't give a damn who they are. You want to be the president, you got to drop all that extra stuff, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's so easy for people to be financially motivated in certain situations. Money moves things. It moves people. It controls people. Right? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. The more money you have, the more money you pour in, the more influence you have. Now, what if you get a degenerate that's pouring all this money in, and now he's getting all this influence over our world leaders? Now what? Now what? So who are they really being controlled by? The game has always been like this. This is why it ain't just start with no Donald Trump. The level of money he's getting is insane outside of the presidency, right? But it's been going on forever and a day from what we've heard. Situations where presidents could be earning outside of the presidency of the United States of America. Right? Think about what I just said. So now they say drain the swamp, but all they've done is continue to fill the swamp. It was already a swamp with Joe Biden, Barack Obama, the list goes on. Right? Bill Clinton, George Bush. It was already a swamp. And you know what I noticed over the years, you guys? Notice how they push guys who don't talk like that out the way. The people who ain't talking like that, they push them out the way. Right? They don't take them serious. They push them out the way. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. I give you a perfect example. Jesse the Body Ventura. Totally agree with Jesse the Body Ventura said. Jesse the Body Ventura said, look, man, if you have not served in the military, and I had to say this, I 1,000% agree with Jesse the Body Ventura. What was he? He wasn't the governor of Minnesota? I totally agree with him. If you have not served in the military, you should not be the commander-in-chief. None of them. Why? Because you are sitting in a place making decisions on foreign policy, war, when you have never yourself even been there to serve, to know what it's like to put somebody or to be put in that situation. Think about that. Right? When you got a weasel that's telling people who really serve, like John McCain, regardless of what you think about John McCain, John McCain really served. He really put his life on the line. And what did Donald Trump do? A weasel. He laughed at him and told him, I like people who didn't get caught. John McCain was a prisoner of war. And Donald Trump laughed at that guy before he passed away. Think about that. This man ain't never served. Did anybody in Donald Trump's family ever serve? But he's constantly putting the troops in harm's way by sending them to fight these meaningless wars that now he can't even end. It's a wreck. Every day is something new talking about, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you right now, man. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, man, and this is what it is, man. You know, I'm just going to be honest with everybody that's watching this video right now. And blase, blase, blah, it's cap. It's cap. Point blank period. It's cap. It's cap. And I'm just going to tell y'all what it is. He is a horrible individual. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it because it need to be said. Need to be said. And it's going to be said. Right? Donald Trump sat up here and clowned a guy who really laid his life on the line. And people was cool with this stuff. Right? But has anybody in Donald Trump's family served? Ever? Ever? Same thing with Barack Obama. Same thing with Kamala Harris. Same thing with every other president. I believe every single president, George Bush, all these guys, you should have served before you're eligible to become the president of the United States of America. And I stand on that. I stand on that. Right? And that shit was sad. It was sad what happened. The whole situation was sad. The whole situation was sad what happened. Right? And I'm just being honest with y'all, man. This dude right here, he is the worst of the worst. And I know my shit, man. You know, and this is why I knew that I would never trust either side. Like, I would come home from basketball practice and I would go, as soon as I got back to the apartment from basketball practice, I get back to the condo we was at. And I go in there and I just start looking at all the news. I ain't just look at one news. I used to look at Fox News, all the news. I wanted to hear from everybody. So I would listen to all the news. I would listen to Chris Matthews. I would listen to Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly. Right? I listened to the Hannity and Combs show. Then I would go listen to Rachel Maddows. I would listen to the Young Turks. I would listen to everybody. I would go listen to Megyn Kelly. Because I wanted to hear everybody's perspective and what they were saying. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't just want to listen to one side. Right? And, you know, watching these shows, Bill O'Reilly and all these shows, and just understanding politics, how politics work. Morning Joe. Yeah, I watched it all. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this stuff about me. Very educated. I sit up here and laugh and joke with y'all, but I'm knee deep in this thing for real. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't like to talk about it because people get extra emotional and sensitive when you talk about stuff like this. But it came a time where it needed to be talked about because of the level of things that's going on in our country right now, right? The level of things that's going on in our country right now, right? It's got so bad, y'all. I want to show y'all something. Donald Trump, it's gotten so bad, you guys. Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, I want y'all to think about this, is joking about having a threesome with his sons. This is what you guys voted for. And y'all say, oh, Tika, well, you got to vote. No, you don't have to vote. See, I'm finna tell y'all something. They have burnt in y'all brains that, oh, they fought now, they bled so we could vote. No, they bled so you can have a decision if you want to vote or not. They fought so that you could have a decision whether you wanted to go vote. See, let me tell you something. If you say evil versus more evil, guess what I'm going to say? Neither. Because I don't want any part of that evil shit. Straight up. I don't want any part of it. Oh, well, Tiki, you got to go here because this ain't as bad as that. No, it's all bad. It's just different levels of bad. How about we get something good? How about we not accept the foolishness no more? How about we eliminate the two-party system? Democrats. Imagine what would happen, you guys. I want y'all to really think about something. Everybody listen to this video. If we eliminated, eradicated the Democratic and the Republican parties, you know what would happen? That instantly destroys all of the bickering and fighting. Instantly. If you eradicated the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, now you ain't got no, oh, it was the Dems' fault. Oh, it was the Republicans' fault. Right? Imagine if you did that and then you just had the best candidates to vote. So now you taking out this gang-like backing on both sides, right? Think about this, because both sides, they bully on the independents. If you're an independent, you could be a Democrat or Republican. They both going to take out that independent. They don't want no smoke with that independent. I'm just being honest with y'all about the things I'm laying out here in front of y'all and telling y'all tonight. Right? And so that's why I say you don't have to accept that. Let me give you a perfect example. You take your husband or your wife, you take your wife to a nice restaurant. Nice restaurant. And you're paying probably about $500 for your dinner. Right? Let's just say you going to a nice restaurant, you pay $500 for the dinner. That shit better be good. It better be exactly what I asked for. No. I don't want something that's less than what we asked for. So are you going to accept? Because see, some of y'all will say, some of y'all will tell them what you want. Yeah, I like my steak medium rare. And they bring your steak out extra well done. And expect you just to eat that. No. I asked medium rare. I want to get my money's worth. What I asked is what I want. Same thing as voting. Your vote should mean something. What you vote for is what you should have asked for. See, think about this. All these politicians lie. They're politicians because they're linked to certain sides. So they have to please their side, right? You can't just say how you feel. You got to please your side. If not, your side going to turn on you. And what they going to do? They're going to give you a DP, right? Straight up. This same thing in politics. They're the biggest gangs. The Democrats and the Republicans are the biggest gangs in the world. These are facts. They're way more powerful than any gangs on the streets in the United States of America. Think about what I just said. Way more powerful. Right? And they in the suits. They in the suits. Now, peep what I'm saying to y'all. I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. So if you voted for Trump and he said, well, I'm going to be a president of no more wars. And the first thing he do when he get back in office is get right back to war. I want you to think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Just 1 second. Think about that. I really want y'all to think about that real quick. Think. You said you ain't want no more wars. So you heard him say, no more wars, man. It's going to be America first. Next thing you know, we in a war. Oil prices high. Gas prices high. Budget. So you didn't even get what you asked for in your vote. Then they got the nerve to tell you, shut up and dribble. Shut up and take what we give you. No. You ain't got to accept that. You're the one that's voting. Peep what I'm saying now. And then you go back. Right? Right? Barack Obama, what was one of the key things he told everybody? I want y'all to really think about what I'm saying. Because, see, y'all don't be knowing. Y'all don't want to pick my brain. I'm finna get to you raw on this channel, bro. I told y'all this. Remember when Barack Obama told everybody? This is what he said now. If you don't like your health care plan, what did Barack Obama say? When he was running for the president of the United States, he said, hey, if you don't like your health care plan, you can keep your doctor. Right? You can keep your doctor. Right? He repeatedly assured people who voted for him that. Right? And he said that if they were satisfied with their existing coverage, remember he said this during his campaign, y'all, in their physician, they would not be forced to change. Barack Obama said that. However, y'all, guess what happened? Guess what happened, y'all? Not hundreds of thousands, but millions of people received their cancellation notices. Because why, y'all? Their previous plans didn't meet the new, stricter Affordable Care Act regulatory requirements. Remember that? Remember how he just lied? So you said this, and then you did something else. And that affected a lot of people. That affected a lot of people. Oh, yeah. Remember this? Remember? I tried to tell y'all this. Right? So when you think about these things, and I can just go on for each president. I can go on for Biden, Bush, Clinton, whatever y'all want to do. Right? Because I know my history. I know my shit. But this is the type of stuff that's going on, man. But now you have this type of dude in the White House right now that takes it to a whole nother level, right? And to the person in the comment section said, you have to take what you're given. No, that's your problem. That's your problem. And let me tell you something. Your name is Janelle Hollins, 5674. You said you have to take what you're given. That's a damn lie. And I'm going to tell you why. Your mentality, you will never be great in life. If you just take what's given in life, you will never meet the level of greatness you're supposed to reach. In life, you take what you want. Right? What do you mean by that, Ticket? Right? Your drive, your passion, your self-belief. You reach levels that other people thought you couldn't reach through your sheer will and desire. Right? Because let me tell you something. If you take what's given to you, and be satisfied with that, you'll always be walking around in a circle. Say it again. And I don't want to make any excuses. See, Mrs. Dumb Money comes here and says, well, the Republicans refuse to allow Obamacare to work. See, once again, that's a blame point on, but that's why I said eradicate the two-party system. This is why I said that. This is why you eradicate the two-party system, because they're a bunch of all they're gonna do is the same thing to each other. All you've had for all these years is a bunch of arguing back and forth. How do you resolve that? Oh, I know how you resolve that. Eliminate both parties. Eliminate both parties. Now, guess what's going to happen? When you eliminate these parties, now, guess what? When you take big money and all these things out of politics like they should, now you're getting down to the actual topics that all the Americans really want and need. It's not going to be, I got to pander and please a certain side. Think about this. This is all it's been with the Democrats and the Republicans. So somebody say I got to look at his health care policy. I don't want to look at that shit. I don't want to look at it. You're never going to convince me on any of these guys. They're all full of it, bro. You're never going to convince me on any of these presidents, ever. I've seen it, man. I've seen enough of this shit. They do the same thing, kick the can down the road, the same shit every time. And don't you know that the other countries, even though some of them are behind us, they're better governed? What do you mean, Ticket? Here's what I mean. In some countries, a citizen can't walk in the hospital and drop dead because they don't have coverage. They have what you call common human decency, morals, and ethics. Right? See, in the United States of America, you can go inside a hospital if you ain't got health insurance. You just scrape your ass up out the floor out there and just go ahead and get your family member, take you out of there. You go to some of these other countries, they'll accept you in those hospitals. Guess what? And let's talk about crime. Don't y'all ever think, well, why can't they ever solve the crime problem? Crime can be solved. Easy. They don't want to solve it. You know why? Because it's not America first. It's everybody else first. They could easily solve the crime problem in America. Take all of our military troops, the thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions that you got overseas, and bring them back and let them patrol the United States of America. Let's get some decency. See, let me tell you something. Do you think that robberies will go down if you had certain people securing all of our shopping areas, stores, schools, right? See, that's what taxpayer money should really be doing, but they don't want y'all to think about that. No, they going to waste trillions and trillions of dollars in areas that don't really benefit helping us. But the other countries, they don't invest in us. We invest in them. Think about what I just said. See, I've always lived by, you can't help nobody else till you help yourself. Right? How can you help yourself when you've got a guy like this and the guys that they've shoved out to y'all? And it comes a character situation, right? It comes a character situation. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. They can stop crime by damn near 85 to 90%. Easy. I'm going to prove it to you. Look what happened down in Memphis. Memphis was out of control. It was people getting shot and killed down in Memphis every day. You were seeing multiple bodies down there. Donald Trump sent the National Guard down there, right? And go look at what happened to the crime down there. I don't even see Memphis pop up on my timeline like I used to. Not on duty. Not on duty. Not on duty. Imagine if you wasn't sending all these troops over to all these foreign lands. And you had, one or two of these armed troops patrolling each of our schools with our young ones. Right? See, you go overseas, guess what? You don't see these armed robbery situations all the time overseas. When there's an armed robbery overseas, it's almost like it's a goddamn terrorist attack. Because it's that rare. You know why? Because when you go overseas, guess what, y'all? It's going to be a security guard with a big ass GUN standing in front of every business. Every business. And if you go around there and act up, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Right? You come in there on cap, you're going to find out. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Everywhere you go, you would feel more safe. See, you can go certain places, France, some of these other places, you can go outside. You ain't got to worry about all these day-to-day crimes you see in the United States of America. Right? You might have some here and there, but it ain't like you see in the United States of America. Take your ass over there to Asia. Go to South Korea. Go to Thailand. Go to Vietnam, all these other places. You don't even see this type of stuff. Peep what I'm saying to y'all. Peep what I'm saying to y'all now. You don't even see this type of stuff. I want y'all to believe what I'm saying to y'all right now. You see peace. You can walk in the streets and don't have to worry about somebody coming out there trying to rob you for all your shit. You could damn near leave your door unlocked at night and don't worry about nobody coming in there trying to take all your shit. It's a rare occasion. Right? Think about what I just said. Right? Think about what I just said. Right? To the person who said it's not like how I'm describing outside the United States, I'm outside the United States every month. What are you talking about? Tom Jones. I've been around the world, Playboy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? You want me to give you areas, bro? I can tell you how it is, bro. You can go to Seoul, South Korea, right? It's a melting pot down there. You'll see people from everywhere in Seoul, South Korea. You go down there to any of the clubs in Seoul, South Korea, you're going to have no issues down there with being robbed, anything like that. Right? People minding their own business, got shops and stuff like that. On the streets, they selling shit. You walking down, you're chilling. Go to Vietnam. You ever been to Vietnam? You ain't never going to have an issue at Vietnam. You can take your kids outside. You can leave your kids outside and play all day long in Vietnam, and you ain't never got to worry about them being abducted. You ain't got to worry about no crazy shit going on. You want to go to the other side of the world? Let's talk about the other side of the world. I've been to all the hot spots. Let's talk about Lebanon. I've lived in Beirut, Lebanon. I've lived in Saleh, Lebanon. You want to run your mouth to me, boy? All that stuff y'all see right now with the war and everything like that, it's not like that on a day-to-day basis in Lebanon. I've walked the streets of Lebanon. I've walked the streets of Iran. Never had a problem. 2 o'clock in the morning, empty. All this stuff they tell y'all on the news, stone cold lies. I've been to Jordan. I've been all in the Persian Gulf, Bahrain, UAE, Kuwait. Some of the most beautiful places out there. You ain't never got to worry about nothing. You can walk down the street with all your jewels on, ain't nothing going to happen to you. You want to keep talking, son? Or did you run out the chat room once I started cooking your ass? Because I can keep going. I told you, I've been around the whole world. I keep going now. Argentina. All over Argentina. Never had an issue. Never had an issue. And I'm talking about from the capital all the way to the smaller cities. Right? What about Africa? You ever been to Africa before? Never had an issue in Africa. In the northern part of Africa, southern part of Africa, never had any issues, Playboy. It ain't the same. You said that's why I asked. They don't have rapid murder, but there's definitely violence. Not like this. No. The level of violence from the United States and overseas is drastically different, sir. It's nowhere near the same. What you're talking about makes no sense whatsoever. It's nowhere near the same. It's not even comparable. It's not. Let me tell you something. Memphis got more violence. That one city, Memphis, Tennessee, has more violence than an entire country in Asia. These are facts. Memphis has more violence than these entire countries in the Persian Gulf. Combined. I've been to China. You ever been to China before? You know what they'll do to you in China? They catch you stealing, son. Go out there and try to steal in China. Especially if you Chinese. Boy. See, I'm finna tell you something, son. And y'all don't listen to anything because somebody who's been all around the world, who constantly travel, this man gonna tell me he don't even know me from a can of paint. Right? And I'm telling y'all this. I don't been to all these places. I don't been to Germany. I don't been to Hungary. Never had any of these issues this guy's talking about. You know what I saw? You know what I saw in those places? Poor people asking for money and help. That's it. That's it. Now, is there some hot spots? Yeah, some hot spots. Yeah, some hot spots. And to the person who said LiAngelo Ball got off light, he got off real light, but he needed an entire force behind him. He was lucky because his entire college was out there. He was lucky because he had a whole infrastructure of famous people talking to him. It's people out there right now that's from the United States that's still locked up in China for crimes. And you'll never hear about them. Right? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Bro, you go to Dubai, you ain't nobody ever gonna rob you in Dubai. You ain't, bro, listen, let me tell you something. You go to Dubai, and y'all wonder why people are going to live in Dubai and live in these places. Because you ain't got to worry about none of this foolishness that y'all talking about in the United States of America. And guess what? You're going to get state-of-the-art care. When I was in Dubai, I had doctors that were like premier doctors from France, all around the world taking care of me. When I went to get my physical, all these things, they had the top doctors from around the world at these hospitals. Renowned. The hospitals look way better than any hospital I've ever seen in the United States of America. Take your ass over to Dubai right now and think I'm lying. You're going to get better dental care in Thailand. You're going to get better dental care in Vietnam than you do in the United States of America. You're going to get better dental care in Dubai than you do in the United States of America. Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But again, see, when you ain't never been nowhere and seen other things, your mind is only locked in on one thing. So that's why some people, they stay locked in on one thing. Right? Because they only seen one thing. So if all you seen is a neighborhood, that's all you think about is your neighborhood. You don't know nothing else. You've never seen nothing else. You have to be able to open your mind, open your spirit, and see other things. But when you got a guy like this talking about some, oh man, we'll have a threesome. Look at this, y'all. Trump jokes about having a threesome with his two beautiful grown sons. Now, this man has already made suspectful comments in the past about his daughter. Remember what he said about his daughter? This is the president of the United States of America. Remember what do anybody in this comment section remember what Donald Trump said about his daughter? They don't want to hold this stuff accountable though, bro. They don't. They want to kick this down the can and don't hold this. This has to do with your character as a person. Your character has to do with your leadership. Imagine a president talking like this around your youth. Think about this. He's a president on national TV, bringing this to your youngins. I'm telling you the real. No cap in this. Remember when Donald Trump was on The View? Remember what he said about his daughter? Donald Trump was asked on The View. This is back in the early 2000s. Y'all can go look it up. It's on the internet. It's on YouTube. He was asked, how would you feel if Ivanka posed for Playboy? And you know what he said? I don't think Ivanka would do that, although she does have a very nice figure. What? That's your daughter. I've said if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Think about that. That man said about his own daughter. And people ain't got no problem with the morals and ethics of this guy. Right? Think about this. He says, Donald Trump said this, right? Right. He joked that he would have a threesome with his grown sons by awarding them and himself the Congressional Medal of Honor. As I see my two beautiful sons, he said, sitting here, I think I'm going to give one to myself and one to them. We'll have a threesome. I'll pick out one of the two, and I'll give them the Congressional Medal of Honor for something. Trump, he said this, right? Talking about the teleprompters wasn't working. This is the type of references your president's making out here. Think about this, but he's supposed to be the leader of the land. Shout out to my boy Hot Rod in the building, always showing love. Oh, Hot Rod, no, I ain't lying. Hot Rod in the field. My nigga Hot Rod, he in the field for real, nigga. He in the field for real. He know I ain't lying. He know I ain't lying about this shit. So when I tell y'all this stuff, that's why I said what I said. It's easy to put somebody else life in danger, situation in danger, when you ain't got to go out there and stand on business. How quick would Donald Trump be to send them people out there? And Hot Rod said he in Kuwait right now. That's my brother right there. $100,000, that's my brother. Hot Rod said he in Kuwait right now. Hot Rod will tell you, I lived in Kuwait. I lived in Kuwait. One of the best places I ever been. Love Kuwait, man. Love Kuwait. Right? Everything gonna be relaxed. Right? Chill. You ain't got to worry about the day-to-day politics out there. Right? Good weather. You always gonna have a good weather out in Kuwait. People just don't know this. They never, you know what I'm saying? They never been these places. You never been these places, you never know. But when you got a guy like this who will talk like this, who will put out jokes like this will let y'all know every single thing y'all need to know. Right? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Now we got to talk about Lonzo Ball. ZO2, do what you want to do. Lonzo say his daddy's a liar. Uh-oh. Now, LeVar Ball was already getting criticism because the allegations is that LeVar Ball had the young Latina mommy. And this is the reason why when LeVar Ball said Tina left him, I didn't come out here making no slanderous videos. Why? Because I understand LeVar Ball's get up. So, I saw some videos being made talking about, oh man, look what the girl did to LeVar Ball after he did all this. Ain't nobody even heard from her side. Bro, at least let's hear from her side first, or somebody else. We ain't hear from nobody else. We just gonna, and this is what happens. We just gonna listen to one side, and that's it. Yeah, shout out to Hot Rod for his service, man. That's my guy, man. Real talk. This man, Hot Rod, has supported me for years. Before we was even on this, Hot Rod was in here showing love. He know what it is. So shout out to my brother for always showing love, standing 10 toes through everything. That's a real one in real life, Hot Rod, my guy. I F with him straight like that. And it is what it is. Shout out to my brother down there. He in the comment section. Y'all see him. He got the blue wrench down there. Or the shield, whatever you want to call it. Right? Hot Rod standing on business. One day, when Hot Rod gets some time, I'm going to link up. I'm going to get him come here and talk to y'all about this stuff. Because, see, y'all think I just be capping when I say this stuff, bro. You have to been the places that I've been blessed to be and see the thing. See, when you be able to go around the world, it opens your mind. People be thinking, oh, man, well, why Tiki be like, nigga, because my mind is open. Nigga, I've been around the world. I ain't just been in one place. When you been in one place your whole life, nigga, you ain't seen nothing. Your mindset is closed. It took me to go overseas to all these different countries. I seen the realest street niggas fold going overseas. After 2 weeks, 1 week, they got to go home. They can't survive nowhere else. You get out in these different countries and hospitals, you got to survive, nigga. You got to learn how to move. You have to be mentally strong to be out there for that many years in different areas like that. People don't understand this, though. When you come on here and you tell people the truth, they don't want to accept the truth, bro. They don't want to accept the truth, man. It's sad. It breaks my spirit. I'm going to say it again. People do not want to accept the truth. No, I was a professional basketball player. I played all around the world. That's why when these niggas come on YouTube, tell me, oh, man, you nah, nigga. I'm a professional basketball player, nigga. Yeah, you just didn't know that. Yeah, nigga. And I'm 6'9" in real life, though. A lot of people don't know. They think I'm some little ass dude just running around here just talking. Nah, nigga, I really live this shit. Back to this situation, though, on the screen. So LeVar Ball, he disputes. LeVar Ball's son disputes his daddy's account. Now, remember, LeVar Ball came out and said that the mama wanted to leave. She didn't want to be with him. Right? She didn't want to be with him. She want to leave. She don't want to be with him. Straight up. Oh, I got you, Hot Rod. Hot Rod, I'm going to hit you up. Just send me your email, dog. I got you. The next show I come up talking about something like this, I'm going to send you the link early so you know I'm coming on. You already know, Hot Rod. I already know, dog. I salute you, brother. You already know. You know, you go through the years, a lot of brothers they going to fall by the wayside, bro. That's how I go, my nigga. The strong survive, the weak shall perish. But as I was telling y'all this, right? So it says that the Ball family has spent years presenting a unified front through the highs and lows of professional basketball, whether it was LeVar Ball confidently predicting NBA stardom for his sons or Tina Ball, right? Tina Ball supporting the family away from the spotlight. The couple became a defining part of sports' most recognizable success stories. That image is now being tested after conflicting accounts emerged about the end of their nearly 3-decade marriage. Rather than letting his father's comments regarding the divorce stand on their own, Lonzo Ball offered a different perspective during a recent live stream. According to Lonzo, Tina did not want to leave. So Lonzo said his daddy lying. But when I told y'all that LeVar Ball had a chocolate grill for years, when I said, hey, man, this dude got a Snicker grill, and he all cap, the niggas got mad at me. Oh, man, you trying to tear a black man down? No, nigga. The nigga want to be all pro-black, but then the niggas ain't hold LeVar to the same standard, and LeVar didn't marry a black girl. This is the hypocrisy in the game, right? They pick and choose how they want to come at you. So Lonzo come out and say, nah, mama ain't want to leave. He forced her to leave. Because now the rumor is that LeVar Ball got that little hot tamale running around there right now. And what he said to her in that video, a lot of people was upset with LeVar Ball for how he was talking to her. Yo, I said get a spoon. Get a spoon. A spoon. A spoon. I said a spoon. People in the comment section like, man, why is you talking to that woman like that, bro? Like you some angry dude, like angry at life. Your sons all pretty much successful. Yeah. So whenever LeVar Ball say something, I always wait for confirmation. Lonzo say that Tina didn't want to leave. She was forced to leave. And he also said that he helped his mom move into a new home and said that she's doing well today. That his own son helped his mama move to. He said his mama didn't want it. So LeVar Ball, Lonzo say that LeVar kicked her ass out. And LeVar says, oh, she wanted to leave. That nigga's cold. That's a cold nigga if that's true. And I'm telling y'all the truth, I believe Lonzo. I believe Lonzo. Remember all this shit that happened with Lonzo and LeVar Ball. In my opinion, LeVar Ball, even though he really hurt Lonzo a lot early on. Because if LeVar Ball would have never been running his Snicker grill, Lonzo wouldn't have got attacked the way he did when he first came into the NBA. They was on Lonzo helmet because his daddy was running his mouth. And they tried to exploit Lonzo. That hurt Lonzo's career with the Lakers. LeVar doing all that talking, oh, I can beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. I can beat Magic one-on-one. I can do this. I can do that. I said, man, people was buying this shit. But now Lonzo come in and say, man, my mama didn't want to leave, man. I had to help her get her own place. My daddy made her leave. Now, what they gonna say about that? Now, all these people came on the internet and was talking shit about how Tina left this nigga. They ain't even hear the other side of the story. She ain't even say nothing. That's why I always say, man, we'll wait to see hear the other side of the story, especially when it comes from a dude like LeVar Ball. See, you got to know them type of cats, man. I'm telling you, bro. Me playing basketball, I know them type of cats. Come in and do all that talking, they ain't got no game. Right? Yeah. So, who knows? That man said the mama was with that man for 30 years, said the mama didn't want to leave. Let me blow it up for y'all. This was sad. It broke my heart when I saw this. I said, man, this boy mama didn't want to leave. Here you go right here. Let me go ahead and show y'all. This man said his mama didn't want to leave. Read it right here. Rather than letting his father's comments regarding the divorce stand on their own, Lonzo Ball offered a different perspective during a recent live stream. According to the basketball star, Tina didn't want to leave. And she was instead forced to leave. He also revealed that he helped his mother move into a new home and said that she's doing well today. Shout out to Lonzo for standing up for his mama. Because, see, that legend, these niggas talk about you like a dog. See? They talk about you like a dog. Remember how mad LeVar was when Lonzo didn't want to wear them crusty-ass shoes no more because it was breaking off? They tried to support this man, bro. Look what that man was doing, bro. And I feel bad about LeVar's current situation, but still, bro, all that stuff we seen LeVar on, man, cap. He was doing way too much, man. He was trying to always be all in the videos, dancing. Y'all know what time it is. This is what LeVar Ball was doing. Lonzo done came out and laid the bid down. Right? Think about that. Lonzo further pushed back, it says, against online speculation that the separation was connected to LeVar Ball's recent health challenges. Remember how everybody was online? Oh, she dirty. She left LeVar after LeVar took care of her and he lost his leg. Now she left him. Cap. Lonzo done came out and called it. That's why I ain't make no video slandering that lady. Because I ain't even hear from her side. Let me hear from both sides first. Let me hear from the kids first. Right? Because I've heard different things about LeVar Ball's kids versus him. Lonzo further pushed back against the online speculation that the separation was connected to LeVar's recent health challenges. Lonzo stated that his mother's decision had nothing to do with his father's foot amputation that followed complications from diabetes earlier this year. LeVar initially disclosed the divorce during a conversation with streamer Neon, explaining that Tina chose to end the marriage after nearly 30 years together. He also shared that he has since started seeing someone else, though he stopped short of discussing what ultimately led to the split. And then think about this. Tina ain't never even said nothing. Tina ain't say nothing, right? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Hold on. Think about what I'm saying to y'all, man. Here go Lonzo right here. There go ZO2 right there. There go Lonzo right there. Right? There goes Zoe right there. See, but this is what happens when y'all just listen to anything and y'all don't even want to listen to all sides of the story. And they made her out to be some type of dog. This woman don't never even speak. She don't even look for the spotlight. Think about that. Think about how Tina Ball got slandered on the internet and she don't even look for the spotlight. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. I really want y'all to think about that. Tina Ball got slandered and she don't even look for the spotlight. She don't even look for the spotlight. That's the wild part about this. Let's hear what he had to say.
First and foremost, I want to say I love both my parents. But the situation that is put before y'all is not how it went down. I'm not about to get into all the details. But long story short, my mom didn't want to leave. She was quote unquote, damn near forced to leave. I helped her leave. I'm glad she left. She's in a great spot. Shout out to Dip. Put her up nice. So she's good. My pops is good. They obviously don't fuck with each other. But I fuck with them both. And she was not wrong at all. She did not leave him because he lost his foot. That's a myth that was put out there. What else have I seen? I don't know. But my dad did a great job raising us. My mom did a great job raising us. They didn't work out, and it is what it is, man. They both doing well, and I love them both.
Shout out to Lonzo for keeping it 100. See, that's when you get truth right there. Shout out to Lonzo, man. Shout out to Lonzo, man. And they all came out and slandered. Pete, what I'm telling y'all, they slandered Tina Ball. And this woman don't even say nothing. You know why they did it, right? Because she white. I'm just going to tell the truth on YouTube. They did it because she's white. Right? And they was wrong. And I salute Lonzo for speaking up for his mama and telling the truth and clearing up all these lies that people been running around here putting on his mama's name. Cause it's disgusting. The mama don't even talk. She don't even look for clout. Think about that. They'll listen to Snicker Grill, though. They'll listen to Snicker Grill. But the mama, she don't even say nothing. And they'll just, the internet, this is what they do to you, man. I seen numerous videos torpedoing the mama. Mama ain't said a word. God don't like ugly, man. God don't like ugly, man. Straight up, man. God don't like ugly, man. Y'all seeing this? Oh, they was dogging her. Bro, they was dogging this woman. Shout out to Lonzo for standing up for his mama, bro. He said his mama didn't want to leave the man. She was damn near forced to leave. Now, y'all hear how LeVar Ball talk just in normal. Imagine what it is living with that dude. Man, ain't no way in hell, man. Once again, I know y'all don't want to listen. Let's talk about this, y'all. So a judge has allowed Keffe D's book. Bro, Keffe D getting it the worst, man. Keffe D, the man accused in the murder of Tupac Shakur, because he's the last one alive from that car. Keffe D is getting the smoke, y'all. He getting the smiggity smoke. They are now saying, you guys, I want y'all to listen very closely. They are now saying that Keffe D, the book where he came out and admitted to a whole lot of treacherous things, the judge says, yeah, that can be used against you in trial as well. Keffe D was fighting tooth and nail to get that book held out that trial. He did not. This man. This is what you talk. This man wrote a book talking about the crime. I want y'all to think about that, because he thought he had immunity. All he had to do was not say nothing for the rest of his life, and he'd walk free. Imagine that. If you would have never said nothing for the rest of your life, you would have walked off one of the biggest murders in the history of the United States of America. One of the biggest unsolved murders in the history of the United States of America. When the police already know what you told them. But you went and wrote a book. So now, y'all see the reports right here on the screen. The judge has now allowed Keffe D's book to be used as evidence in Tupac's murder trial. According to the reports out of Hot New Hip Hop, it says that the death of Tupac remains one of hip hop's biggest unsolved mysteries, but that might change with the upcoming murder trial. It says right here, you guys, of longtime suspect Duane Keffe D. Davis. According to a CBS 8 News Now Las Vegas report, the judge in the case allowed for Keffe D's book, Compton Street Legend, to be used as evidence in court proceedings. Keffe D's lawyers tried to prevent this, as well as the admittance of Los Angeles Police Department interviews as evidence in the trial. He claims he had an agreement with the LAPD to keep police interviews off the legal records, and he and his legal team claim the book is pure fiction and that the jury should not examine. But the prosecutors reportedly argued that the book voided that agreement. Compton Street Legend reportedly details Keffe D's alleged role in orchestrating the murder of the Death Row rapper Tupac Shakur. Right? Let's look at this.
A Las Vegas judge hearing arguments today to dismiss a book which holds the so-called truth to the Tupac shooting, as its author says he might have made it up.
So that author is Duane Keffe D. Davis, accused in the 1996 shooting near the Strip. 8 News Now reporter James Schaefer in court hearing arguments today on if the book is fiction or not.
After 40 pages worth of motions, a Clark County District Court judge allowing the book at the center of the Tupac shooting into evidence ahead of a jury trial, with some caveats.
Their position on the book is it's fiction. So we should be entitled to establish what he said in that book is true.
Prosecutors laying the case against dismissing evidence, a written so-called confession by the accused, 62-year-old Duane Keffe D. Davis.
Had he decided to never write the book, he would not probably have ever been prosecuted for the crime.
This regarding the 1996 shooting death of rap icon Tupac Shakur in the shadow of the Las Vegas Strip.
Go get the book, and you can get the real truth about this whole situation.
That real truth written in this 2019 book, Compton Street Legend, in which Davis writes along with a co-writer he was with a group which followed Shakur and handed a gun to the shooter. A possible confession leading to this.
Hands on top of your head right now.
Metro Police outside Davis's Henderson home arresting him and charging him. Clark County District Court Judge Carly Kearney hearing arguments and denying Davis's attorney's attempts to dismiss the book as evidence, adding he promoted the book.
There's a couple more motions before the trial starts, but at this particular point, we're all set and ready to go to trial.
Davis's attorney Michael Samt acknowledging the book is in play for a jury to see, but claiming some victory with leaving the door open to dismiss other evidence like police interviews with Davis and a part and parcel sequester of the jury, further closing them out from the world outside the courtroom.
That phone that you're holding accesses information faster than anything else that we know, especially at the time of Tupac's shooting.
Now, the jury trial for this case is expected later this summer. Reporting from the Regional Justice Center, James Schaefer, 8 News Now.
Now, a district court judge also found a police interview of Davis was not entirely admissible. Davis's attorney alleging in that interview his client was told that nothing he said would be used against him in court.
For the latest on this,
No, that's wild, man. I mean, but he still went out and was talking about it. I ain't not gonna let you do that, right? And shout out to my boy. Hey, let me shout out these people real quick. Shout out to my boy Hot Rod, man. He came through with $100 donation in the Cash App, man. Shout out to my brother Hot Rod tonight, man. Salute to you, much love to you. Also, and I appreciate you, Hot Rod, forever and a day, brother. Shout out to the girl Michelle Ritchie. She came through with a $50 donation in the Cash App. Also, shout out to Floyd Jenkins with the $25 donation in the Cash App. And shout out to also the brother Junior Stokes. Salute to you, brother. You came through with a $10 donation in the Cash App. And to the brother Kevin Woolridge, I appreciate you, dog. You came through with a $50 donation in the Cash App. And yesterday, I forgot to shout you out. Shout out to the brother Stephen Wyatt. he came through with a $70 donation in the PayPal. Appreciate you. And also, Rochelle, salute to you in the Venmo yesterday as well. You came through with a $25 donation in the Venmo. If y'all want to donate, the links is all pinned in the comment sections or in the description box below this video, man. Shout out to my people, though, for showing love, man, and supporting my content and what I do. And make sure y'all do, as y'all listen to this video, make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast show, because I'm going to tell y'all again, the link to the podcast show will be in the description box below this video or in the comments. The reason why I say that is because we almost at 7,000 subscribers on the podcast show, but each month, at the end of each month, we will be announcing one of our paid subscribers from the podcast show will be winning a prize. So at the end of this month, we'll be giving out a 40-inch flat screen TV to one of our subscribers. All it costs is $1 a month and up to get into the podcast show. So all you gotta do is click that link, and y'all can go subscribe tonight, man. We can get this thing all the way up, because every single month, at the end of each month, somebody's gonna win a different prize. But this month is gonna be a 40-inch flat screen TV at the end of this month. So make sure y'all subscribe so that y'all locked in. And let's get right to this, right? So it says that the door is reportedly still open when it comes to police interviews and sequestering the jury. The jury trial will reportedly begin later this summer, specifically on August the 10th. It says we'll see what evidence enters the courtroom by the time proceedings begin. Now, it also says that other claims about Keefe D's alleged Tupac confessions have surfaced. For an example, a report emerged claiming audio tapes of Keefe D's jail calls feature him allegedly bragging about orchestrating the murder. No official reports on whether or not prosecutors will use that evidence have emerged at press time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just telling you, it says also Keefe D received a wrongful death lawsuit from Tupac's stepbrother Maurice Mopreme Shakur on behalf of his father's estate. It says the suit references multiple anonymous alleged co-conspirators and seeks damages for the 1996 incident. For years, Dwayne Davis has told the line between standing on his side story and backtracking it as a fabrication. Where the truth really lies is up for the jury to decide with whatever evidence they have in front of them, right? As for the next steps, the police interviews and other alleged confessions from Keefe D are next to decide on concerning admissible evidence. But Keefe D's lawyer believes the state is scrambling if they resort to these statements to prove culpability beyond a reasonable doubt. No, well, he said it. I mean, bro, you can't go and say this stuff and think people are not going to take you at your word when they probably have other interviews, other things that are lined up, other people that are saying things. All these things are right there. Shout out to the girl, Celicia. She just came through with a $50 donation in the cash. I appreciate you, baby. Much love to you. So, as I said to y'all, these things are all right there. So, I don't know, again, y'all already know what's up. Y'all see what it is. We ain't got to keep going over it 1,001 times. It's right here in front of everybody's face. It's right here in front of everybody's face, right? And so, again, y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. So, again, man, y'all got to let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all smash the like button, man. Let's get those likes up to the like button is free. The like button is free. And at the end of this month, somebody going to win that 40-inch screen TV. That's the prize this month. Somebody that subscribed to the podcast show going to win that 40-inch screen. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. The link will be pinned in the comment section below this video, and it'll be in the description box. All it says is subscribe to the podcast show. You'll see podcast. Boom, right there. Patreon.com/Ticket TV. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Appreciate all y'all that's in the building. Y'all already know what it is. Peace. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.